All right, thanks, Alicia. Following the success of their nationwide treasure hunt for artwork this past summer, Consignor Canadian Fine Art has returned to Calgary in search of more undiscovered art that might have been forgotten or overlooked. Canadian art specialist Rob Cowley is here to show us some great finds. Good morning.
Morning, Courtney. How are you?
Good. Happy to have you here because I feel like this is something everyone gets excited about. They think they have that treasure, that hand-me-down painting. How common is it to come across something of real value?
It does happen. We were in Edmonton yesterday. I think from the day, we had a full day there. I think there's about 5 or 6 pieces from that day that'll be offered in our May 29th live auction at consignor.ca.
Anything worth like a lot of money?
There was a couple of pieces. There was one piece worth $20,000 to $30,000.
Wow! And did they know it?
They didn't. They had an idea. They knew who the artist was, but they weren't 100% in terms of value currently. And then a couple of other pieces, one that was $6,000 to $8,000, one that was of $3,000 to $4,000. So yeah, we definitely do on these days see works that we can offer.
That's incredible.
It is.
What are you looking for? Because for someone that's not trained, you can see a lot of old art and think that they look a lot alike.
You're right. I mean, artist is very important. That's usually the first. So if an artwork has a signature, you can always look online. You can always look up the artist and see if it is an artist who trades, if it's a popular artist. Now, the other medium is also very important. If it's a print, so if it's a reproduction of an artwork that might be in a museum, that's probably going to have a limited value, which we do see, especially with like works by the members of the Group of Seven and by very famous international artists as well.
Okay, so let's walk through some of your examples here that you brought. Which one is the most valuable and why?
Well, right here, actually, this is a work by Ketchen, who was a member of the Group of Seven, in fact, the last living member of the Group of Seven. So this is a typical Canadian landscape by the artist, an original painting. This is going to be offered in our May 29th live auction in Toronto. Carries an estimate of $25,000 to $35,000 at auction. Yeah, so very much quite a sought-after artist. And again, subject matter is very important. This is what the Group of Seven and what Ketchen are best known for, these Canadian landscapes.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Okay.
Moving to the center, this is an artwork by Charles Comfort, another celebrated Canadian artist. In this case, the history or the association of the painting can also add value. The larger version, so the canvas of this artwork, which is almost identical, hangs in the National Gallery of Canada. And so this smaller version of the painting is being offered between $3,000 and $5,000, and that'll be in our live auction as well on May the 29th in Toronto.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Before we move to this, let's talk about this little horse here, because we're not talking just paintings.
Not just paintings,
for the show
no,
here.
sculpture as well. Again, with us, it's always a limit in terms of artists who trade at auction. This is a well-known Western Canadian artist, Joe Fafard. He creates, best known probably for farm animals, these bronzes from very small sizes all the way up to life-sized horses. This little work is actually being offered in our March online auction at consignor.ca between $2,000 and $3,000.
$2,000 and $3,000. I said to you, this is totally something you would see at a garage sale.
You could, yes, similar. Again, it's incredible when you see just how what an incredible artist he is, being able to recreate just almost, you know, bone by bone the perfect
it's amazing.
horse. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to this childlike.
Well, very well known right now, Maud Lewis. There was a movie about her life that was released last year, starring Ethan Hawke and Sally Hawkins. Has made her market a really increased interest in her market in the past year. This painting's being offered in our March online auction between $7,000 and $9,000.
Wow.
However, we sold one last year for an auction record of $36,000 that was almost identical.
That's amazing. Okay, so popular. Cassandra, one of our CTV Morning Live staff members, brought in an old painting from her house, hoping to strike it big, and is she going to?
I don't think so. So this is this is hard to see here. Let me lift it up and over.
There we go.
Painting here.
Yeah,
I'll be very careful. Painting here, it's signed M. Kelly. Doing some research myself, there are many M. Kellys who do trade at auction and do have work that sells through galleries. In this case, I was unable to really find this artist, unfortunately. Probably a lesser-known artist, although it does look to be a Canadian scene, so it's probably just going to have decorative value, unfortunately. So somewhere in the low hundreds of dollars, I would say.
What do you suggest people do with pieces like that? Because so many homes are filled with this type of art.
They are. I mean, if once you know, and that is part of the service that we provide, is that people come in, we can say, you know, it does have a very, you know, possibly a decorative value. That does allow the client then to possibly give it as a gift or part with it.
Yes, I had this appraised.
Yes,
here it
exactly.
is. Okay, well, you can bring your artwork to get appraised tomorrow. It is Hotel Arts from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Reservations are preferred, but you can drop by, bring in your pieces. So paintings, also sculptures.
Sculpture as well, as long as the artist trades at auction. Yep.
Okay, there you go. Check it out, and hopefully you can be one of those big ticket items that are discovered here in Calgary. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Courtney.